Israel, I have a question. What about what was the Mexican experience in schools? Israel number two. Why all of a sudden you want to learn about Chicanos and Mexicans? Like, why? I mostly got those by my Chicano class. That's all. That's why. Follow me. We'll take a little trip. Over here. Or a little teleport over there. I don't know, dude. I don't know if your class has a teleporter. Wait, what? Whoa. How did I get here? Where are we? Where's this place? That's the power video editing, my friend. Here we are in Fresno City Community College. This will be my example how school was. Damn. School in the 1960s for Mexicans. Education was very segregated, my friend. For Mexicans, they couldn't go to a white school. Also, school was very discriminated on Mexican students. They were punished for just speaking Spanish. And Spanish was their characteristic of being a Mexican. And that defined them. And they were punished for that. Because they were Mexican, basically. Also, kids learned to hate to be Mexican during this time. There was clear signs of prejudice, discrimination, and white counselors, white teachers would tell their kids, "Hey, whatever your parents are doing, that's a great profession. You should do that." And you know what their profession was? Farm working. They were in the fields. Hard working labor. And they were making these kids, pushing these kids to go there. And now it's become something more than that. So, yeah, they wanted them to follow their footsteps. And teachers would tell their students, "Hey, one day you'll be cleaning, cooking for someone." And I'm like, man, that's how it was back then. Teachers didn't care if they learned too. Damn, man. Sounds like it sucks being Mexican in school during those times. Man, I know. That's how school was, and everywhere, during that time. But I know in Texas, Mexican students had to go through first grade 3 extra years. There was beginners, low first, and high first. Also, Mexican schools' money was being taken and being put in white schools to enhance their learning. This was the Mexican experience in schools. But all this will change, though, with a person named. So what was their reason why they did it for? So the reason why they did it was to help Mexican kids to become more fluent in English, so they'd be able to compete with English students. But in reality, it's holding them back by 3 more years. Kids knew this system was failing them. They were just preparing them for the fields. And kids try to fight, but they were unsuccessful. The school board didn't want to hear them at all. Things were starting to change with Saul Castro. But I'll tell you more about him over here. Follow me. So, Saul Castro, he was a history teacher from Eastside LA High School. He organized of students who wanted to change, and his best way of he believed that to change was direct action, and the walkouts were the best choice of that. So imagine in these classrooms, not right now because we got COVID-19, but imagine the time we were able to go to school. So it was 9 a.m. and kids were just walking out of these rooms saying, blowout, blowout, walk out, walk out. And they were all walking out of their classes, cheering, saying, Chicano power, we demand change. For them, it was a beautiful day to be Chicano. 4,000 kids walked out that day. And a lot of other schools followed. It was successful. Dang, I wish I was there. Oh man, trust me. Because as the walkouts continue, the police started to get involved in these walkouts. The police were pretty brutal to these kids. They ran at these kids, started arresting them. And these were just kids, man. It was just a peaceful demonstration. And man, these kids were beat and taken aggressively. It was pretty scary. They committed no crime, just protests. Shortly after, parents got involved. They requested to meet with the school board, and they were denied. But they fought and pressured the schools for 3 weeks, and they finally wanted to talk with them. And they started to change stuff. Parents and teachers now can meet. They meet each other regularly now to implement changes for their students' demands. Sounds like things started to change. Also, like these walkouts was Chicano's first struggle. It made them the focus, really. Chicano's LA was the beginning though. So Chicago and all across the country, we started to see similar protests during this time, man. It showed Chicanos, they have a strong voice. Wow, man, that's crazy. So, does that answer all your questions? Israel number 2? Yeah, that answers all my questions. All right then, I'm out. Wait, where did you go? Oh, dude, how am I get home? I don't know where I'm at. What, dude? Adios, amigo. I will be seeing you again. Hopefully. Wait. How is that possible? Dude, you left me back there. Yeah, but I don't know how you figured out I got here, but just never mind. What's your question? I know you're gonna ask something like you usually ask questions. So my question is, what about the college students? What did they do to better their college experience? All right, so college students. After 1968 walkouts, college students start to stage their own walkouts, and you start to see of San Francisco college students push for admissions for more variety, but they did they did strikes, sit-ins, help, and they were successful. They were able to make more recruitment and change admission policies. Also, ethnic studies, and they helped to they spread across San Francisco to UC Berkeley. And there was also a time too that college students did a 3-day conference, helping implement ideas for college for Mexican students to gain access and succeed in higher education. And there were students that came from a Chicano conference implement their ideas into this conference. And this conference established El Plan de Santa Barbara, which called for higher Mexican teachers, better tutoring, support for Mexican students overall, and to teach Mexican culture and history. And this led to the establishment of the MECHA, which stands for the Movimiento Estudiantil Chicano de Atla. And it would drop all the existing Chicano organizations and then put it all in one name, MECHA. And the name really unified everybody together. And the name symbolize La Raza Nueva, or the new people. And then it really linked all the universities together, Chicano communities. And it created Chicano studies and Chicano support services. Yeah. Wow. Glad Mexicans all ages were fighting during this. Thanks for answering my question, man. Hey, is it okay I come back later if I have like any other questions? Cause all this stuff is pretty deep, man. Sure. Peace. Thanks, Israel. Israel number one. You're the greatest. Yeah. Bye. She's not coming back. Nah, man. You staying in there. Heck no, you're not coming back in here, homie. Yeah. Israel, did the Mexicans do anything before 1968? What? How did you get in here? Like I locked it. I blocked the door. Like, where's mom? Threw in a la posura, amigo. What? There was this couple cases before 1960s that challenged this segregation, like Romo versus Laird. A parent filed a lawsuit challenging the exclusion from the 10th Street School. He wanted his kids to go there. During this time, the school only made white kids go there. And Mexican kids went to the 8th Street School. He won that case, by the way, but it was a limited win. Only his kids were able to go to that school. Not all Mexicans. And it makes sense why he wanted his kids to go there, because the 8th Street School carried cast-off books from the 10th Street School and had inexperienced teachers. The parent wanted his kids to have better education. It makes sense. I know there was another lawsuit. It was Gonzalez versus Sealy. This lawsuit was challenging segregation of Mexican students in the 1st through 7th grade in Tolleson School District. There was 2 facilities. I know that. There was Unit number 1 and Unit number 2. 2 was an all Mexican school, and number one was an all-white school. This was an interesting case, though. It revealed a lot of our discrimination in our education, because the reason why they did it was because they believed that Mexicans didn't know how to speak English, and there was no test to see if they did knew English. But what the teachers did use a placement test. And the funny thing about this placement test, white kids didn't pass these tests, and they automatically moved to unit number one. And Mexican kids who that did pass stayed in unit number two. And unit number one was a better school overall for kids because they had air conditioning, they had a gym, more than gym, and they had showers, dude. Showers. Israel, let me stop you there. Wait, so you're telling me kids were going to a shower in school? It's weird. Hey man, it was the 1950s. It was a weird time. I guess people did have to. I guess kids had to go to a shower in school. I guess they got really dirty in school. So yeah, so they have large school classrooms, and school is pretty modern, dude. And unit two had no air conditioning, no gym, no showers. Probably good. I don't think they need it. And they had no screens on the windows. It was all bad. Importantly, this case reveals segregation is lawful and it was wrong exercise. Gonzalez won that case and segregation. And the tellers in school and other cases, and then damn, he's smart. I'm kind of hungry. Galaxy fries. Planet vegan. Yeah. Wait, no, I need to go back. What is this guy's talking about? Wow. Tacos? That's cool. And that's how tacos are born. Well, that's all my questions, Israel. I guess I'll catch you later, man. Then, peace. Alright, man. I'll see you probably in the next one.